I think it's time for another sketchbook tour. Hello, welcome back to another sketchbook tour. So this is sketchbook tour number 2. This was drawn back in June of 2020, and I finished it back in December of 2022. So this was the second sketchbook of 2020. This page was, I think, testing it out and trying out watercolors, but also trying out materials that I have around me. The watercolors that I had a while back, or like back in 2020, were these Crayola pans that you could get for really cheap. They were available at Dollar Tree and the 99-cent store. There's little bony looking blue. I think those watercolors did not have purple, so I used blue. We have an orange cat and a funny looking rock. Fun story, I actually now own a orange cat, and I think I was manifesting that for future me. Then we have a rock in a top hat with googly eyes. Then after that, we have some rainbow buildings. This one, I think I really like drawing rainbows, and that was finally the confidence I needed to use the purple. Then we drew a forest. Just a forest. Then I really liked how I did this sunset scene with the palm tree. I was really proud of the sunset and the palm tree, but then when turning it over, you saw the bleeding. And then we have a watermelon. Just a sweet watermelon. On to the next page, we have... I don't like this page at all. You're going to be hearing that a lot, by the way. We have an orange and yellow axolotl. This one, it was cute, but just don't like it. Then we have some tulips and a strawberry for the symbolization of spring or summer, I think. Then we have a tiny little squirrel and a ladybug. I really like how the ladybug looks. And then the image on the other side, I think I was trying to draw like a monster from Ed's World, but also that was also the first drawing of Boney. And then here's my first entry into Inktober. We have fish for day 1. Then we have radio. I think I like the fishes more than the radio. And then we have wisp, blade, and then rodent. Now saying this out loud, the orders and the suggestions made for Inktober, I don't think that was like a good call, because at the time I was just like, oh, okay, let me just draw whatever I want to draw, because it's Inktober, and Inktober has a bunch of wacky crazy things, and that's the whole point. No, Inktober was just a hodgepodge of everything. Last year, I stopped doing Inktober, which you're going to be seeing a video to that pretty soon. And next one I have Slippery and Dune. I did not, I neglected not doing the sandworm from Dune, the movie. And then also Slippery, that penguin looks possessed. Then we have Rocket, which is the Pizza Planet rocket, and then Storm. So back then, I think I was also in my, I was in my scenery era / background era, which was like drawing backgrounds and so forth. Like, I think you might recognize that, that little coral scene from a video way, way long. And I think probably it's still available. I don't know if this one is also available, in my little drawings, link in bio, or check it out. Then we have a drawing of a kitchen. This one, I think it's based off of Ratatouille, but I don't know. And this one was just a graveyard. If you could see a little closer, you could see that it says Vine 2020 and something else, I'm not sure. Then we have some plushies. So these plushies were drawn with Crayola fine liners. I liked how they looked originally, and I thought it was going to be like fine, fun, and perfectly easy for me to handle. But then after a while, when using them, I kept on going really hard with drawing with them, putting a lot of pressure on it. And that accidentally made me rip a page, so I had to rip one out. And yeah, you can't see it, unfortunately. This is my first pair of shoes that I drew. They were based off of Converse, and I don't like them. Ominous, I do not like drawing trees. Trees are the worst things to ever draw, and I hate them. I love how this ring box look. Again, I think I was using Crayolas. This was really nice. I really like using the Crayola fine liners, but unfortunately they ripped through a page, and this was before they ripped through a page. I think it was in a different sketchbook that they ripped the page, because these pages and the sketchbook were perfect for anything. Also, I am not sponsored by Artex at all. They are just a really good brand, and I love their stuff, but they are way too expensive. Also, it is up to you if you want to support Artex. And then these are more drawings. I think these are not based off of Inktober, but just random drawings that I did on a different prompt list. I'm not sure where I got this, but yeah, here we go. That's the end of Inktober, I think. I drew a little thing saying Happy Halloween. And yeah. And then this is a little moon drawing. I think there's like 3 or 4, but right now this is the first. Comment down below how many I drew. Then we drew an owl and a mushroom. So this owl was solely based off of the 2012-2011 owl necklace. And then the mushroom was just the start of the whole cow kick, which I'm never getting rid of the cow kick because I love cows so much. Then I drew a beetle, and then I don't know what that second one is, because I can't read. I really liked how the beetle looks. It was really nice. And then I think this was, it was herbs. I think to me it just looks like a bunch of crazy plants going wild. Then we have crystal, even though there's only like 2 crystals and a crystal ball, which technically counts. And then there goes the sketchbook spinning. And then we have a deer, just a deer, and some leaves, or not leaves, grass. Then I drew some candles. For these candles, I was originally going for like Valentine's-y candles, because I was in like a lover's mood, but then they didn't turn out good. Then I drew a cat, which was this is our second drawing of the moon with a meadows. This one was cute. I was practicing how to do stars, and I finally figured out how to draw stars. It was the fancy way. Then I drew a cauldron with potions and so forth. There we have the Mothman, and then a I cannot pronounce grimoire. We have a moth, and those are little like the little X's and O's are the little like sample squashes. Then we have a grimoire. I cannot pronounce it. I am sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Then we have, I think, an amulet, or no. This one is a talisman. I really like how the talisman looked. I chose the colors right. Thank you. Pass me. Then I drew a fox and a spider, even though this was supposed to be based off the spider. No, wait, not the spider. The fox and the scorpion story, which that one is a really good story, and I hope you have a good read with it. I drew some acorns. I really liked how the acorns looked in the past, but then now looking at them, it just looks like a big bunch. And then we have a skull and some I cannot pronounce it. Quail? Yeah, quail. I really like how the skull looks. It's very detailed, and I kept on practicing that skull so many times in scrap sheets of paper that I finally perfected it. And then we have a quail. I like how this feather looks. It's pretty. Then we have a nightshade. I really want to continue drawing more plants, but if I were to draw more plants, I want to draw them in like Sharpie and color pencils to have that soft look. Then we have at home, which again, that does not look like my bed anymore or my room anymore. Then we have bat. I like how this bat looks, but I think I got this off of like a friend when they were drawing their own bat. So don't copy, but if you copy, it's still good. You're practicing and learning. Then we have a pointed hat, even though it looks a little bit like slanted, which again, it doesn't have to be pointed. It just has to be a hat. Then I did falling leaves, even though it looks like it's raining with clouds. Then we have, I think, a crow or a raven. To me, it looks like a crow because of the cornfield, I'm guessing. And then the other page was actually a page entry for a school interview, which I am very proud, and I wish I had that page entry. Then after that, I drew a bunch of squishmallows that were from Mariah Elizabeth, and these were really cute. I really like how they look, and then I drew some that I wanted to do. Then I drew a stocking and a snow globe. This one was nice and chill. Then some candles and cookies. The candles look like flan. Then after that, I drew a snowman and a gingerbread man. I like the gingerbread man a lot because of the detail. And then the bow. If this bow was in my possession right now, oh, I would be putting it up everywhere in my room. Then we have another little scenery. Then we have a little dolly. Then after a little dolly, we have this moon, another hill or valley little moon and thing. The crystals. I love how the crystals look. Like, I remember shading. I remember perfecting this, and I was taking my time with that page. And then we have some boxes. They look cute. Again, like, I love the crystals pages. I really want to redo that again. Then we have the stars, which this one is Lumi. I'm trying to remember their name. I think it was Loom or Luna. Luna or Luna. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Then we have a moth, because moths are just cute little fuzzy little guys. Then after that, we have a witch hat. For this witch hat, I wanted to make sure it looked like it's floating or just being placed down gently. I was going to do it around the whole hat, but it didn't make sense to me, so I just did it on the bottom. And then we did some cute little penguins and love, and they're loving each other and kissing each other. Then this page was this page had to be my favorite, besides the mushrooms. I like the mushrooms, but I think I made them too big and just way too center point. Then I drew these little like icons from Eddsworlds, which it was cute and pretty, and yeah, I liked it. Then I drew a unicorn and then another scenery, but this time with no moon. So I did like a unicorn with their like tail cut off, I think, or just like a little bun. Then I drew that little scenery, which was And then I drew some eyes and like bushy eyebrows. This is not me, but I do not like how that nose looks, and those eyes just look way too like weird. And then I drew a princess crown, which it looks cute, but I feel like I could do better with that. And then I drew some holly and the balloons. This holly had to be my favorite drawing because I loved how it looked, and it also had that 3D effect. But now looking at it, it just looks like a bunch of like teeth. And then the balloons were cute. And then I think that's tea or something. Like, I see it's a kettle and then it's a mug, but I'm not sure. I did not put that. And then I did some cubes for, I don't know, I just did some shapes. And then I did some cylinders to make it look like marshmallows. I think I was just drawing shapes for the heck of it. But yeah, that is my sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoy it and hope to see you next time.